kidding. I was banned from doing any of that. Don't worry, babe. I got you. I just wanted to see your reaction for 1 second. Okay, here we go. Family and friends. Today is a day of immense joy and celebration as we gather here to witness the union of two young adults, Brianna and Bobby. As father of the bride, I stand here with a heart full of love and pride, overwhelmed by the happiness that fills this room. I want to start off, before we do anything else, by saying thank you to everyone for joining us on this beautiful occasion. It's been quite the emotional roller coaster today, but being surrounded by so much positive energy and seeing the joy and the faces of Brianna and Bobby have made it all well worth it. And I also want to recognize our friends and family that cannot be with us today because God had other plans for them. So can we please all raise our glasses to our loved ones who are joining us from the table in heaven tonight. Brianna, AKA B. Rose, from the moment you came into my life, you brought boundless love and joy. At that time, I was young and clueless about real responsibility, and boy, did that change real quick. I still remember holding you in my arms for the first time, marveling at the miracle of life, and vowing to protect Daddy's little girl to the end of time. And I still feel that way. I'm sorry I was not physically there for you every day when you were growing up, but you're on my mind all the time. I cherished all the time we had together, the trips we took, the adventures we had, and the ones that are still to come. Although we not live in the same house for many years, I tried my best to raise you right. And although your mom and I did not always see eye to eye, or ear to ear, or toe to toe, or foot to foot, Cheryl, you did a great job steering Brianna on the correct path with the help from your grandmother and Fern. And so for that, I'm very thankful. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Both you and Anthony continue to keep me young. I love all the years coaching you in soccer. You made me so proud on the pitch. Your school grades, and now in your professional career. You're just a superstar to me. I gotta tell you guys, it's a wonderful feeling as a parent when you know your child has their shit together. It's pretty good. It's not a bad thing. I mean, listen, like all preteen and teen girls, you had your moments, and you still text topics that should be called or talked in person, but in the big picture, I could not ask for a more beautiful soul, both inside and out. And I hope our relationship continues to grow closer and closer as you enter this next stage of your life. Today I give you not only way to Bobby, but also to a future that will be filled with love and happiness. Bree, you know this song, but I want to quote the lyrics of the chorus to you in person and to everyone else to hear. I hope you see the seven wonders. I hope you sail the seven seas. I hope you let the whole world in your heart, but you still have room for me. I hope you find a guy that treats you right. On your wedding night, I'll raise a toast. I hope he understands I'll always be the man who loves you the most. I love you. We got way more. Settle back. Bobby. Robert. You are now officially part of our family, and I welcome you with open arms and open heart. For the first time we met, I could see the love and respect you had for my daughter, and I couldn't be happier to have you to love and protect her. You stepped up, you did step up, you went old school, coming over to my house to ask for my daughter's hand in person, and I give you much props and respect for doing that. I'm sure you're nervous doing so, but you did the right thing, so thank you. Now I got the story. I want to share a small story, a small example of Bobby having Brianna's back. Bobby, Bree, Anthony, and myself took a trip to South Carolina last year. Here we go. We checked out Charlotte and also went back to Columbia SC to show them around my school and hit up a USC game. USC, go! Got one. We had one night in Columbia and there was a band playing and they were playing all 80s songs. I mean, this was like the epitome of joy for me. I had me, Bree, and my kids were down there in my college town and down south. We were having a great time. So me, Brianna, Anthony, we were bouncing around like goofballs. Don't Stop Believing came on. We're jumping around. And Bobby's just chilling. GQ Smooth right in the back, just bobbing head. And we're like bouncing around. He was like a bouncer at a bar. And you know, I get that. I mean, it was the first time you're traveling with your future father-in-law. You don't want to be like a maniac Frank the Tank on the first night that he was with us. So all good. Now, if they played a Jason Aldean song, I don't know, because then he starts doing his air guitar seizure moves. And I saw that video, bro. I saw that video. I know, I saw that video. So, the next day, we went to Charleston, and we did a ton of walking that day, and at the end of the day, we were getting a little hangry. It took us a while to find something to eat. And we're gonna head back to Columbia, but it was about a 2.5-hour drive, and Bree really wanted to go to the beach. And I knew in my head it was like about another hour to do that or whatever. And I was like, not feeling it or whatever. But Bree really wanted to go. I was trying to get out of it. But then this guy, who was like, I told you all GQ, he's like, listen, Bree wants to go, we should really go. Now he said it's subtle, but in his voice I heard, he's sticking up for his girl. So I'm gonna do this, we'll go. And I respect that, so I appreciate that. And at the end of the day, I'm glad we did, because it was amazing. We all went down to the Carolina sand, put our feet in the sand and water. It was awesome. Bobby didn't do it. He didn't. I'm like, dude, we did this. Go touch the sand. Nah, I ain't touching no sand. I ain't having that. But the moral of the story is, Bobby, all I can ask you is to please love, respect, and stand up for my girl, Brianna Rose. Yes. That's the bottom line. Bottom line. All right. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in Brianna and Bobby's lives. As they embark on this journey, I want to offer some words of advice to both of you. Remember to always communicate openly and honesty. If something's on your mind, don't let it build up. Get it out early before it becomes a much bigger issue than it has to be. Don't do it over text. Compromise, but never settle. There's a difference. If you ever find yourselves becoming roommates and less like husband and wife, someone needs to step up and fix that immediately. You get caught in a groove, man. It happens. A little gesture, that's all is needed. Just let the other person know you're my boo and you're my partner in crime. All right, Take some time for yourselves before you start having use. Take some time for yourselves. Enjoy the next year or two as newlyweds. Pray. Go travel so you can go on vacations, both chill and adventurous. Because when you have kids, they're no longer vacations, they're trips. They're just trips. Life as we know it has its ups and downs. The world these days seems to be more stressful and uncertain than ever, but facing them together will make you stronger as a couple. Lean on each other, support each other's dreams, and always be each other's biggest cheerleaders. Never forget that a successful marriage is built on love, trust, and mutual respect. As you both stand here, surrounded by your loved ones, remember that love brought you together today. So everybody, raise our glasses to this happy couple, Bobby and Brianna. Here's to a lifetime of love and happiness. Cheers. But remember Apple and Steve Jobs came out and said, wait, there's one more thing. I got one more thing. So that was all nice, but we got something. Sorry, Brie. I will not rap though, I promise. Now, Bobby, there's been an item, a sacred Fazio heirloom that has been passed down from generation to generation since around 1986. Now, a few months ago, this thing was brought up between a casual conversation between Bobby and Anthony. And Bobby had no clue what it was. To say this was concerning was a bit of an understatement. Not only to myself, but to Brianna and Anthony. We're shaking their heads. What's going on here? So in order to get my full blessing and to be part of this family, we got to fix this right now. Bobby and Brianna, get over here, please. Don't you worry about it. Anthony, come up with what I got you. Bring it over here. Open the box, Bubba. Free's nervous. I knew it. Bobby's like, what's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to the Kangol vows. Put them on. Bobby, do you take this Kangol to be your hip-hop lid? Do you promise to use it when rapping or dancing, regardless if your rhymes have mad flow or if they wickety whack? If your dance moves are dope or if they are if you got mad school skills or you're broke as a joke until the last mic do you drop? Do you take it?
I do.
Put it on his head. Fly Girl B Rose, do you take this Kangol to be your hip-hop lid? Do you promise it to use when rapping or dancing, regardless if your rhymes have mad flow or if you're wickety whack? If your dance moves are dope or if they're ill? If you got mad loot or broke as a joke until the last mic drop you part? She does. By the power vested in me by the old school ministries of MCs, I, Reverend Funky Foz, now pronounce you partners in rhyme. You may now Kizzo the Brizzo. Drop that music! That's all I got.
All right, everybody, give Frank a nice round of applause.